So I've got about 10 pieces of walnut inside this little homemade benchtop kiln, whatever you want to call it, wood dryer, whatever. It's been running for a few hours now. We are at 117.6 degrees inside the box. Now I do have adjustable air holes on top. And all it is I just had pieces of wood I can use as kind of shutters over top of it. So we're at 117.6 degrees inside the box. See our humidity, come on. We're running at 8% relative humidity. So we'll keep an eye and see how this goes, but I'm going to put some more pieces in here. We've been turning them on the lathe, roughing them out. I've got it down 5-6 minutes per rough turning blank. I'll tell you what, that scraper I made, man, does that work well. So anyway, it might be hard to see with the lighting in here, but I'm kind of keeping an eye. That's about what I'm drying out right there. Now, it's not smooth or anything like that yet. These are just rough stock for turning. But I can tell you what, the difference in weight between this already and a piece about the same size, there's already a huge difference in the weight in the two pieces. So when I can thunk them together and we get a nice hollow sound, I know I'll have it pretty close to where I want it. But let's see if we can get that. Similar size pieces here. Yeah, it's still quite wet, but it's going to take a little bit. So I wasn't going to worry about this at first when I told you guys when we were building the lathe stand, but I figured I might as well be putting out the best the best possible product that I can put out. And if I'm going to be doing that, I need handles that are stable. So, like I said before in the last video, there is nothing fancy or extraordinary about any of this stuff. It's just a nut sack in his wood shop, seeing what he can make work. But man, there is a big difference in weight in these pieces already. And that's just from a few hours sitting inside the box here. Now I'm thinking I can comfortably fit 30 to 40 turning blanks for handles in here. Now I have different size blanks because the bigger lathe chisels we're going to be making, the lathe tools, they're going to have bigger handles. Draw knives are only going to be about 5-6 inches long. They're going to be a lot skinnier than what the lathe tools are. So that's what we're at. So there's 15 in there now. I mean, it doesn't get much easier in this for me. I had some of you question the hair dryer. The hair dryer motor's been running fine. It's not really overheating. The machine itself, the hair dryer itself, isn't really getting warm. It is putting out good air, consistent air. So opening the box, we're at 16% humidity and climbing. I'd be kind of curious to see that number as we turn the heat off and stop the air movement. That wood's giving off some moisture. I would imagine that humidity level is going to rise quite a bit as we go, just as the wood heats up. But that's pretty neat. So basically, some people build these with a couple of halogen bulbs inside them, things like that. I didn't trust it for burning something down, especially inside my shop. It's a very small box. The hair dryer, just if you're going to use a hair dryer, I mean, I'm not going to leave this unattended. Like I said before, oh, that humidity is creeping up there pretty fast now. As I said before, this is only going to be running when I'm out here or running around doing stuff on the farm or whatever. And that's simply because I'm out here. I spend pretty much all my time in this building, all my spare time. Not that it's really spare time, but I'm out here every day for hours, every night after work for hours, all weekend long. So I should be able to dry this stuff out just fine. But anyway, if you guys would like to see how long it actually takes for me to turn a piece of firewood into one of those blanks, stay tuned. tell you folks, I really think this has become the coziest corner of this entire barn. Makes me really want to get wood on the rest of the walls in here and hopefully someday finish this thing off. But time and money will determine that. So we tested out our kiln today. I've actually been testing it out all afternoon. I'm quite happy with it. I think that'll just make the quality that much better. No, I don't want to send stuff out there where the handles are checking down the middle when people go to use them and tools flying out of them. That would just suck. So we're going to test it out on the walnut. Walnut's a pretty forgiving wood to dry anyway. We're just going to take it easy with it. Test the first batch. I have 16 in there right now. I'm not going to put any more than that in there until we see how it works, because I'd hate to waste all this beautiful walnut I have kicking around. The other thing, we'll be doing some cherry for tool handles, things like that, some ash, some hickory. The ash and the hickory tend to split out quite a bit, especially the ash really splits out. So I think I need to get my hands on some bigger pieces of ash so that it likes to check around the heartwood quite a bit, I've noticed as I've been using it. But so that's what we're doing. I hope you guys enjoyed the lathe footage of just the GoPro mounted above it looking down. I have to find the right brass rod to fix the banjo on that, but all I make sure I do is I keep the tool rest back enough, even if it wobbles a little bit, nothing's going to hit the workpiece. At least the tool rest I can lock down nice and tight. But it's definitely an old, dilapidated lathe. Eventually, as funds allow, as we sell some tools and we start picking up steam, I'd eventually like to get a hold of a lathe with a copier. I think that'd just be real nice. Unlike anybody else starting out turning wood, I am awesome at making one-off pieces. Oh, phenomenal. Make me try to copy something? Well, that's a different story. So definitely probably some jigs and things like that will have to be made to make sure that's all possible. So that's where we're at. I hope everybody's staying safe. All this crazy shit going on. We'll have hope, folks. You know, if anything else, maybe, I don't know. Have hope. I know in my state I won't say we're on lockdown. My job, at least, I'm considered essential. So being an HVAC mechanic, you know, shoot, I was out last night on call at a supermarket, but it was like a ghost town. Everybody's kind of holed up. Let this craziness pass, but definitely be safe, folks. No need to, who knows how serious it really is or isn't, but no need to take a chance. We just get through it like everybody else. Just the way she goes. This is the worst we have to deal with in our lifetime. We're doing all right. So anyway, have a good night, everybody. I will catch you on the next one.